This wedge question, the wedge is 2m, particle is m, it's a smooth horizontal table, the angle is 30, it's very similar to the last question, the only difference is the weight of the wedge is now 2m instead of 3m. So the same type of question, set up your diagrams, the forces at play here. If we start with the particle, we have R, we have the weight, we have mg, we have mg by the cos of 30, which is equal to root 3mg over 2, and parallel to the slope we have mg sine 30, which is equal to mg over 2. The particle is going to move down the slope. We call that acceleration f, and it's going to be moving relative to the movement of the wedge, which is moving with an acceleration of a. So we need to get the acceleration along this line here. So f minus whatever's going on in this direction up here. And how we get that is we create our 30-degree angle from our corresponding angle. And the acceleration in this direction is a. So we can call this a. So a is going to become my hypotenuse. So I can say that this side over here is going to be equal to a sine 30, which is equal to a over 2. And this one here is going to become a cos 30, which is equal to root 3a over 2. So I'll just write them out. My accelerations, in this direction, I have a over 2, and in this direction, parallel to the slope, I have root 3a over 2. So my acceleration for my particle is my f minus my root 3a over 2. Going up and down the slope, what was going on? F down this way, and root 3a over 2 going up that way. So my forces equation, parallel to the slope, we've only got one thing on. We've only got this guy here going on, this mg over 2. So I'm going to have mg over 2 is equal to ma. So m times the acceleration, which we have beside here, f minus root 3a over 2. So mg is going to be equal to, if I multiply by 2, 2mf minus root 3ma, and I can divide by m to get g is equal to 2f minus root 3a. That's my first equation. I also have perpendicular to the slope with this particle. Let's see what's happening perpendicular to the slope here. I have this guy here. So we're going to say that it's going down in this direction because it's not going to go jump off the surface in this direction. So we'll start going down with my root 3mg over 2 minus, opposing that is r, is equal to m, which is m times a, which we worked out down here. This one here is a over 2. So multiplying by 2, I'm going to get root 3mg minus 2r is equal to ma. So I have two equations for my particle. Now let's get an equation for my wedge. Keep them all in view. So my wedge, my 30, with the reaction between the wedge and the table, I have this particle which has a reaction in this direction, or which means that this one down here is also going to be or. So if I create a right angle triangle coming down this way and across, where this is my right angle, I can have my 30-degree angle in here, and in terms of OR, I can say that this side here, which is in this direction, is going to be OR opposite 30, or sine 30, which is OR over 2. And in this direction here, down in this direction, is going to be OR cos 30, which is equal to root 3 OR over 2. My acceleration is in this direction, and we said that was A. So if we create our forces equation going in this direction, we're going to get the OR over 2, nothing opposing it, is equal to MA, 2M is the mass of the wedge, times acceleration in that direction, which is A. So OR is 4MA. That should help us. We have 2 OR up here, so what about 8 OR is 2 OR is 8MA. So root 3 mg minus 8MA. Just check that, 4MA, 8MA equals MA. So dividing by M, bringing my 8A to the right hand side, I'm going to get root 3G is equal to 9A. So A is equal to root 3G over 9. What does that make? F root 3G over 9, root 3 by root 3G over 9. That's what that is. So we would have 2F is equal to G plus this. We would have 2F is equal to G plus this if we bring it to the right. So 2F is equal to G plus 3G over 9. So that's 2F is equal to, that's a third, that's equal to 1 over 3. So 4 over 3, 4G over 3. So F is equal to 4G over 6, or 2G over 3 meters per second squared. So we have F, and we have A somewhere up there, root 3G over 9, and 2G over 3.